Last October, sweet little Ellis turned 1, and this session was extra special for me. His mom, Tara, is actually my cousin, and she's a boy mom to 4 amazing boys. Years ago, when I was just getting started with newborn photography, she graciously let me practice with her kids. Looking back at those photos and comparing them to what I can create now, it is pretty wild. We've all grown so much. Because Ellis was born just before my daughter Skyler, I wasn't able to photograph his newborn session. I had wrapped up my busy season early so I could physically survive the last few weeks of pregnancy and make sure all of my clients received their galleries before my own baby arrived. So when Ellis turned 1, I knew I wanted to create something special for him. After going back and forth on a few ideas, we landed on a forest theme. One thing I love about Milestone sessions is creating depth and making a set feel like a tiny little world. A backdrop by itself can look flat, so I spend a lot of time layering. For this session, I built little hills using memory foam, pillows, and blankets, and then covered everything with faux moss and grass fabric. I added a custom wood stump, pine cones, leaves, woodland animals, balloons, and a birthday banner, and a wooden one sign to tie everything together. I actually used one of my tropical backdrops for this session. Tara loved the orange balloons because they matched Ellis's beautiful red hair, and with enough layers and props in front, it transformed into a completely different environment. When they arrived, I was immediately reminded that this little guy was no longer a baby. He was walking, climbing, exploring, basically doing anything except sitting still. A lot of parents worry before a 1-year session because their child won't sit still or follow directions, but that's not really the goal. The goal is to capture who they are right now, their curiosity, their personality, their expressions, and all those little things you'll miss someday. Ellis was absolutely obsessed with the balloons, which is pretty typical for 1-year-olds. We spent a lot of the session playing with them and trying very hard not to pop them. Fun fact, I usually inflate my balloons a few days before a session. It softens them up a bit and makes them a little less likely to pop around the little ones. He even discovered an old little Tikes car that I got for free and planned to transform it into a VW surf bus one day. That's still sitting in my backyard. It's a project that will probably come to fruition when I have a session that is ready for it. The second he spotted it, though, he climbed in and looked ready to drive off. One thing parents don't always realize is that milestone sessions are very child-led. We follow their pace. We take breaks when needed, we play, we explore, we make silly noises, and sometimes we chase toddlers. Sometimes we bribe them with snacks, whatever works. But Ellis was such a busy explorer. We were even able to get through 3 different outfits, which felt like a huge win. He had also recently gotten a pretty impressive bump on his forehead after pulling a large water cup onto himself. Thankfully, that's the kind of thing I can easily retouch because some childhood memories are worth keeping and some are okay to leave behind. What I remember most about this session wasn't the photos though, it was getting to spend time with family. Skyler was there with me that day and it was fun watching her meet Ellis, play nearby, and experience a little bit of what mom does for work. Sessions like this remind me why I love milestone photography so much. I love building these little worlds, I love collaborating with parents on themes and ideas, and I love documenting this stage of childhood that somehow feels both incredibly long and impossibly short all at the same time.